Yo, community, this is Amy B, inviting you on a journey of unity, and today we are looking at grounding. This is the very beginning on the ground. Come home to your body. Hey body, how's it going? How's it feel? Do you have uneven tension, maybe uneven skin on the feet? Looking at the feet, are your toes feeling squashed? Do you have dropped arch that you've noticed over the years? Or are you suffering with ongoing problems on like maybe one side of the body, of the knee, the hips, back, shoulder, even the neck? So in any case, this could be coming from, and is very likely starting at, how you are planting yourself on this earth. That's how you're planting your feet and your center spine. So let's spend some time getting into this. When we're walking around, standing, sitting, lying, and we're in a natural alignment, that's our feet planted, legs, hips, back stacked with ease. So pelvis, heart, head, and we remove the need for congestion to appear in our fabrics, which eradicates the cause for pain and disease. Yeah, great. So begin your journey out today by understanding that the grounding and stacking of our bodies is going to permeate every bit of ourselves, down to how we are operating in the mind and how we are connecting with our environment. Just like the trees, we are a natural body on this earth. We can't very well remove ourselves from our dependence on our physical bodies, or defy gravity and fly away. But indeed, we wouldn't want to, because our whole bodily system is designed to operate within this stacked manner. At any time, our feet or the base of our spine is connected to solid ground, and our body rises above it, right where you left it, between the earth and the sky. And these structures and systems that are packed within have to fall pattern to how we present our physical structure. So if the feet are going one way, the upper body might need to go the other way, etc. And we end up with overcompensatory behaviors that exist in our whole posture, which is between our eyes and our feet. And then our mind observes it all. Does it? The mind is the mind. It's the mind. It's obsessed with itself. It takes a real concerted effort to take your mind off your mind, right? It's got problems to solve. It's going to be past or future projections, playing things out. It doesn't have much space to actually explore how we're feeling and the subtleties that are going on within our systems. Because we're so busy trying to figure out what's going on in this busy world out there, the mind's doing double time. But what if for a moment we could just be? I invite you to feel the sanctuary of this present moment, of your existence and position on this earth. So uncross your legs and place your feet flat on the ground, and feel the weight of your tailbone, maybe spread the flesh of your sit bones, so you feel your lower center point of your body connected to the earth, and your feet spread out on this earth, almost like they're feeling and feeding from the earth. You can send your consciousness there. Feel the weight of your body. Feel the earth beneath you. Even if you're in a high-rise flat, the earth is still beneath you. Even if you have such a full schedule, you're cramming in overtime, no one can take this moment of stillness from you. And regardless to what you have planned, none of it exists yet in reality. All that exists is your physical body on this earth in this moment. Welcome home. Remain here in your home, your planet, your body, your earth as I talk. So I'll be continuing this chapter on grounding with 4 parts. There'll be a series of guides to help you feel more and more at home here in alignment. There'll be a mindfulness meditation to follow, and then a movement as medicine. And I'm going to top it up with a guide on integrating these new patterns of grounding into your daily life. And believe me, I'm so excited to take you on this journey. It's so simple and it's so effective. Changed my life. What is grounding? Okay, stay grounded as we talk. Grounding is often described as mindfulness and the practice of meditation and yoga, but it doesn't always have to be that complex or take up much of your time. You can ground yourself in a few seconds. Our consciousness can go where we send it. Often this is the mind, but we rarely take time to feel actually present in our bodies, which means we're just dragging them through life out of alignment without even realizing, until it hurts. Computer posture, anyone? And let's not even get started on the positions that you're adopting on the sofa when you're watching movies. I've seen you. And when we come out of natural alignment, what happens is there are anchor points created in our fascia web. The fascia web connects every fibre, bone, muscle, organ, even down to our nerves and blood vessels. It's the biggest organ of the body and the most important. So imagine it's like a series of fibres that are all woven together to hold you up with integrity. The integrity that it believes is right for the lifestyle that you have. This is known as tensegrity. And basically, without this, you would just be a pile of bones and mush on the floor, and it would be pretty messy. But when you innocently roll yourself out of alignment, it takes that fascia web and pulls and spirals it out of line. So if I pull the fabric of my shirt, you can see how that's going to affect the rest of the fabric of your body, which is everything between our feet and eyes. It's our posture, because our eyes have to be kept level. The brain does a really good job at this. But when your grounding feet or spine starts off crooked, there's quite a journey to be through in order to keep that eye level. And the fascia is the one that weaves and spirals, creating these thick layers and anchor points. So if I've had to come like this, there's going to be an anchor point here that's holding my eyes level. And you know what happens in these areas around these joints? It pulls like a mast, like a ship. And tight, sticky, hard, friction-inducing tissues are then trying to move against that, and you got it, swelling, and the impulses can't get through and everything feels congested. But you plant those feet right, and already the joints above can align. So the ankles, the knees and the hips. So feeling into those feet on the ground, feel into 5 points of reference. Big toe, little toe, the balls underneath and the heel. And almost like you're going to draw the energy up from the earth beneath you, engaging your feet. And you notice how that changes the alignment of your leg. And the fascia is always growing and adapting. There is a sling of fascia that loops beneath our feet, which is like a stirrup for our legs. It travels up from arch to knee to hip, and then at the back, the heel up the back of the calf and hamstring into the lower back. So when our feet are out of alignment, this spiral pattern then continues through the whole body. So it's not always the feet's fault. It might be your knees that have ideas that they're going to cross over or knock or tuck in, and all the other bizarre things you do to feel comfortable, when what you're really doing, my dear, is you're playing along this game with the fascia. You say cross a leg, a fascia goes, cool, this is great for our survival, right? This is what we're doing all the time, so let me adjust the body so it works. And then you're like, oh, now it's only comfortable when my legs are crossed. So the fascia is like pulling a little tighter, and we just kind of, we get caught in this spiral. So like an ever-increasing population spending time up to 24 hours a day in a seated position. So just check out the way that you're lying in bed and you'll see what I mean. It's your sit bones and the fascia web around your pelvis, which is playing into this game. And we're spending such a long time in this incorrect position that everything is getting spiraled up. So taking your sit bones now, are you sitting on them evenly? Do you lean into one? Do you arch your back? Do you slump? And what about the space in between the arch of the back, the arch of the foot? Is it supported? Let's just take a moment feeling into our center to create some extra support there. So we're going to keep coming back to your center, your root space right now. So this is the very lowest middle part of your body. Right at the base of your spine, the space known as the perineum, which is the flat space between your genitals and your anals. Give this a little squeeze. Ooh, hello. Sending our consciousness and our physical energy to our space here. We turn off the need to overcompensatory structures around our pelvis to hold in these anchor points, which are often the side and front of our hips and our lower back. But if we can center our energy in our center, so it's almost as then grounding us to the earth. This is where your roots divide, and you can feel that central sensation down the middle of your legs and coming out the base of each of your feet. Oh, they're not pointing straight, are they? So if you can straighten them up a little bit and feel the general feedback as you feel into your feet and you're planting there on the ground. So that's it, you're planted. You're planted down through your center. You can feel your lower center point, that perineum. Just if you give your glutes a really good squeeze and then let go, and you'll find that awareness there. And allowing your feet just to rest, engage your feet. You feel the engagement through the inner part of your legs. And this is how we're going to be moving into the next grounding series. But today, I'm encouraging you just to explore what this feels like. As you plant your feet, remember 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points of reference into the ground, and you're gripping with your feet as you walk. You find that engagement travels up through your inner legs, and then you are holding your center point. And when you're sitting down, you got your feet flat on the ground and your sit bones flat on your chair. So, and then I invite you to feel your body as often as you can. Just come back. How are you, body? No, there we are. The mind is the mind. The world is the world, but you can always bring it back to your center. Thank you for listening to me today. I'm excited to take you deeper into the grounding concepts. The next guys with guided mindfulness meditation to train your connection with your inner roots. And then the next day's 10-minute video will be a beautifully guided movement practice to wake up and glide into a solid grounding. And then I'll be demonstrating to you how to build these habits into your brain whilst just being you with easy NLP and Alexandra technique integrations. So welcome to your body with admiration for all that you will be, and love from me, Amy B.